Welcome to Tablenauts. My name is Max.
I'm Doolin.
I'm Kenny.
And today we are talking about our community, our Discord community's top 10 two-player board games. Doolin and I did not submit a list. We have no idea what's coming. Kenny has been granted the list from our friend Heath, who has aggregated all the data of all of our Discord submissions, which, if you want to have a play in this, you need to go to. Link in the description below. Join the Discord. It's a wonderful community of friends who love to talk board games, fantasy football, movies, all things in between. We'd love to see you there. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for Draco. Some of you are, but really we're here to talk about the top 10 two-player.
I'm gonna judge you.
And yes.
So we have two honorable mentions. So let's start with number 12.
Okay.
Number 12.
Which is Land versus Sea.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. That
That's
deserves an honorable mention.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it deserves a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may not even deserve an honorable mention, to be quite frank.
It's
but
good.
It's good. It's good.
There's a lot of better two-player games. Another honorable mention that came in at 11 was Jaipur, which I think is much better.
I've never played Jaipur, so I can't comment on it. I know it's like considered one of the staple entry, not necessarily entry, but like middle light game, two-player game. Like I know it's considered one of the staples.
Lots of people I know love it.
It's very good. My wife likes it a lot, so we played that when we were first getting the board games. It has a really good BGA implementation too. So
You should play it sometime. Yeah. I just tried to blow the cat hair away from Doolin and it went straight towards Doolin. I was like, that did not work. It did not pan out.
So let's get the actual list though.
Number 10.
So I'll say Discord community. 5 of these games, yeah, it's pretty good. 5 of them, I'm like, I don't know.
Kenny, you're not supposed to roast them. That's my job.
I submitted my own list, so it's fine. So number 10 is one that I think doesn't really fit, but we'll talk about it. Is Viticulture.
Okay.
I've never played this at 2, actually.
I've played it at 2, but I've not played it with the
Tuscany
expansion, of which I do own, but I've never used before. But I've heard that makes it even better at 2. I don't know. I don't have any experience with it, but I like Viticulture quite a bit.
But I don't think of it as a 2-player game.
I don't either, yeah.
But I think it's one of those things, like, it's a game that, like, you almost introduce to your partner.
Yeah.
Or, like, you play
It's got a fun theme.
Yeah.
Wine. It's like cats. People can relate to wine and cats and knitting. You know what I mean? Like, these are cool things people can relate to.
Cool thing.
Hey, wine, cats, and knitting are cool, okay? My mom's an avid knitter, and I love wine and cats.
I definitely think that worker placement in general is normally better at higher than 2.
It is typically, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do think that Viticulture handles the player count well, though. It doesn't just leave everything open for everyone. You know what I mean? It doesn't remove that tension. It still has tension involved. And honestly, sometimes more, because you only have one spot to take a slot unless you use your grande. There's only one slot on certain action locations. So I do think it handles it well. It keeps the tension. But yeah, I would never consider it a 2-player game, personally.
Yeah.
It's fine, guys. It's
We'll
fine.
let it slide.
Yeah.
For now.
Good game, but 2-player game? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Number 9, Root.
The Root. I love Root. That's terrible on that list. Get it out of here.
So number 9 is definitely a 2-player game. Is Watergate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this is one I still not played.
This is one that I bought because I thought my wife loves history. This will be great. I was like, you want to play this? It's about history. She was like, I don't care about Watergate. And I was like, cool. Great purchase, Max. I actually really like the game, though. I've only played it twice. And the BGA implementation has been stuck in alpha for a long time. It's very buggy. I'm hopeful that they eventually get that pulled over to being more of a solid experience, because I'd love to play it more, but I got rid of it. It's not a game I needed to own. I asked Doolin about it too. He's like, I don't care about that theme at all. I was like, great, guys. Guess I'm calling this one. I really enjoyed it. It's very tug of war. Very enjoyed that. I'm just gonna
enjoyed.
there.
Yeah, very enjoyed. Very enjoyed.
Yeah, I did.
Says Max.
Put it on the box.
Very enjoyed.
Tablenauts. Very enjoyed.
You guys ready for number 8?
Let's
I
hear it.
am ready for number
So
8.
this is a good one. I think it's also works pretty well 2-player. You can play definitely more than that, but it's Gloomhaven.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually for that.
Huh, yeah.
I think 2-player Gloomhaven is great. Honestly, I won't go so far as to say that it's my favorite player count because I haven't played it at the others enough, but 90% of my Gloomhaven plays have come at 2, and it's a great amount of like downtime. Like there's really not a lot. While the other person is playing their turn, you're thinking about what you're doing on theirs. I find that in 4-player, it leaves a little bit more time than you need, and it just can drag a bit. But I thought 2-player was great.
I've actually heard people say this is a really good couples game.
Oh,
That's
it is. It's
legitimately-
great. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's probably like there are a lot of people who play this as a couple, especially over like pandemic. Like this is the game you play to like get a lot of plays out of.
Why
so.
are you going ham on me right now,
He's
dog?
fighting you.
I'm just gonna hold you.
Number 7 is Ark Nova.
Okay.
At 2? Hey, that's the only
That's weird. That's
place?
the only time
Played.
I've only played it with you and with Doolin separate instances. At
I liked it
2-player.
at 2.
No, it was good. Yeah, I think it's one of those same things. I'm not surprised that we're gonna get a lot of these heavy games that have less downtime at 2. Like I do think that that's something that we're gonna see more of probably.
Yeah. The only thing for me is like I don't think of Ark Nova as a 2-player game, right?
I don't either. Yeah.
Especially when
I mean, I guess I do, because it's the only way I
It's
play
the only way you play it. Yeah.
I was just at the zoo too, so
Thematically, it works.
Yeah, number 6. Well, Max, you can go.
Okay.
Do and I need to talk
Okay.
about.
Oh no,
number
it's
6,
this low?
Star
I
Wars.
wanted it to be number 1.
Star Wars Rebellion.
Star Wars Rebellion, Max. Max.
I'll be back.
Hey, Max.
What?
Hey, Max.
What?
You need to watch Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't watched Star Wars, huh?
No, it's the best. It's the best.
I'll
And this
look
is easily the best Star Wars game I've played.
I think so too. You describe it as like a kind of like a 2-player tug of war, like cat and mouse game, and it definitely is that. But you add on this layer of just Star Wars, right?
There's battling, which is super fun. There's like the setting up of bases to get more resources to like manage those and everything. But at its core, it's literally just you got to find me and I'm hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
And like that is so neat to me. Is that all of this over like everything else that you're doing is really fun and kind of heavy. But at its core, it's like the simplest game of like hide and seek.
Yeah.
And that's really neat.
Yeah, it's deceptively heavy too. Because I mean, I think like the core gameplay is really pretty simple. Like it's just like you basically send out a leader, take some actions, and kind of go from there and do occasional fights. But it it flows really well. I mean, it's a long game, but it doesn't really feel that long. you
Yeah.
know, once you get into it.
No, I definitely thought of it as like overwhelming, and I was like, I'm glad that you taught it to me and stuff, but like this makes me way more interested to play like War of the Ring,
Yeah,
or other games like that I think might have been like unapproachable in my mind, but like now I'm just itching to get them to the table. Yeah, Rebellion is so good.
Yeah. Have you seen Star Wars, Max?
Nope. I've seen
Any
the
of
one
them?
with Darth Maul.
That's like the worst one. So there you go.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
glad I
I
started off on the wrong foot.
I was like 14 when that came, or maybe 13. So it was like that was like it for me. That was just the greatest day of my life.
Really?
Go see it in the theater.
Man, I missed out on
See, I
such-
love that film still. I love every Star Wars film, but it's the worst one.
If you watch the original trilogy and Rogue One, then you can play Star Wars Rebellion. So
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh.
That's only 4 games, or 4 movies.
yeah.
All right, I'll watch them.
Well, anyway, while you're watching that, we can play number 5 game, Lost Cities.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, talking about a game that Kenny beats the crap out of me in. Pretty sure I've played him like 15 times by this point, and I probably won like 4 of those times.
Yeah.
This is
I have
Reiner,
a real
right?
bad. It's a Reiner, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is actually
I've
my,
never heard someone say, that's a Reiner, right? It's always, that's a Knizia. That's a Reiner. I was like, oh, a Weimaraner? Like the dog?
I'm on a first name basis. With
Yo, okay, all right. It really took me a second. Yes, it is. It is a Reiner Knizia.
so this is actually my number 1 game on the list.
Okay, nice.
I love Lost Cities. It's like a
I do remember I saw your list and I was like, man, I've played a lot of those with Kenny. That makes me feel good about myself. All of Kenny's top games were like Race for the Galaxy
You
and
didn't
Lost
put Rebellion in
Cities.
there. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But he played that with you, so it was lower on. You still. I remember seeing that. Sorry, Lost Cities, great game, by the way.
Super good tug of war. And
Yeah.
Like it's one of those few games like where every decision counts, right?
Mhm.
Every decision is hard until like maybe 75%
100%.
of the way through, where it's just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, you hold on as long as you can, and then it gets to a point where you have to play a card every turn and
Yeah.
stop drawing because you need to get stuff down. I very much like it because it is not a particularly mean game because the way you play, it can be.
It's like passive
but like
aggressive.
it's passive, right? It's not I'm punching you. It's I'm withholding a resource that you need. And I think that for some people that's a very positive aspect to it because like a couples game necessarily like it's different to me to be like I'm withholding a resource from you. You don't even know if I have it yet or not. To I'm actively attacking you and damaging you. So if someone does not like fighty games, I think this may still give them some kind of feelings of I'm actively harming you and whatnot, but not like aggressiveness.
Yeah. Number 4 is Spirit Island.
Yep. Good pick. Good pick. Yep. Great pick.
Very, very fun at 2, I think.
I think this is good at all player counts. I think it does. It avoids the super long downtimes because everyone's doing their stuff at the same time. It still can have it because it's very AP prone, and myself included. I mean, even a 2-player, me and you were both like, what should we do here?
I didn't really remember very many moments where I was waiting too long for you.
No,
maybe
it wasn't,
you were waiting for
it wasn't
me,
brutal by any means. I could see it getting long, but because it's a co-op that you have to work together. But to me, at least, and I know people can play it this way, and if they do, or people can decide to play it not this way, and if they do, that's their fault. But like, it avoids quarterbacking. It's heavy enough. There's enough that can happen. They're like, I can't be like, Doolin, you should do this. Unless you've already actively told me you could do that. Like, and then that's, deciding together. But it's one of those things like there's just too many options for me to decide for you what to do.
Yeah.
So I just focus on myself and we come to the conclusion eventually.
And
I love Spirit Island.
I'll apologize to Jash here, but like I actually think I prefer it with just me and you as opposed to the 3 of us. Just
Sorry,
because
Jash.
like there's a lot more, like it made the game go a lot longer. And then on top of that, there's just a lot more going on that bigger map.
I'd like to try it again though because we noticed how much better we were.
Oh, for
sure.
sure.
We haven't played we haven't played Spirit Island in a year and a half until a month ago.
Yeah.
And we crushed it. Like Spirit Island was a game that like I always found difficult without any adversaries, without any extra difficulty thrown in. And we've just become better board gamers over the past year and a half.
It's true.
We brought out Spirit Island. It was a cakewalk. Like we were literally like, oh.
So
Like,
you're waiting to play it in 2 years and see how much better you are then.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're gonna up the difficulty to 5 and then still have a cakewalk and feel good about it.
It's your litmus test for board games.
That's right. Every 2 years we retake the exam.
Our number 3 is 7 Wonders Duel.
Great pick. No, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I'm going to throw myself under the bus here before Doolin does. Doolin doesn't like 7 Wonders. I've never played 7 Wonders, so I can't say anything.
I love
It's
7
okay.
I told him that he should try 7 Wonders Duel. He'd love it. It's a great game. I taught him how to play 7 Wonders Duel. I taught him very wrong. And it was a bad experience and it was a bad experience for me. And I sold it because I'm like, oh, yeah, that was bad, Doolin. You're right. That was not fun.
Well, I never played it before. We finished.
Do you want to know how I told him wrong?
Yeah, what do you do?
So the symbols on the cards as to how you can unlock stuff for free,
Yeah.
I thought you had to have them. Like you couldn't pay for them any other way. You couldn't do resources or money. If you wanted this card, you had to pay the resources, the money, and to have the symbol. And so like 60-70% of the games were just like discard this card.
Yeah.
Like I can't craft it.
Can't do anything.
And I played it on Board Game Arena. I was like, oh shoot! I was like, I taught that so wrong. I love 7 Wonders Duel.
Yeah.
Great game.
I think I would like it then.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, I was just locked out of everything that looked fun.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay.
You were, and it's my fault, 100%. If someone teaches you that way, the game sucks, but it's terrible. But it is a good game. It's
very good on
perfect.
BGA too.
It's a great board game.
Cool.
You know what? Tomorrow
We'll play.
We're gonna wake up. I'm gonna send you a Lost Cities invitation.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a 7 Wonders Duel invitation.
And I'll send you a Sobek one because I
Send
want to
me
keep playing
Sobek.
that one.
I like Sobek.
Yeah.
And maybe even a Race for the Galaxy, and then we'll
I've never
include you
played
on
that.
this one.
Oh, I can play a game too. Cool.
What is
Wait,
that? That was
wait.
number 3, right?
Okay, so
Is it literally unmatched and
so
dice thrown?
Here's the thing. There's actually a tie for the number 1 and 2.
Ooh.
So Heath actually put out a call for like the last tiebreaker vote. So
Wait.
it's very close. Number 1 and 2.
Okay.
Did somebody
Do you have a
actually
guess?
make the
Because
tie?
I have a guess.
Oh, I have no idea.
I have a
Rebellion
guess.
again.
You both played it within the past year.
Really?
Probably 6
Both
months.
of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 games. I think it's going to be 2 of the 3. I'll make that claim.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Go for it.
Right now.
Go for it.
Unmatched.
Okay.
Dice Throne, which I don't have.
Radlands.
Radlands.
Ooh, I know a lot of people love Radlands.
I like Radlands a lot, but it's pretty popular in our Discord. So I'm just thinking of our Discord members. Radlands is 1?
Number 2 is Radlands.
Heck yeah, baby! It's gotta be Dice Throne. It has to be.
Radlands though.
Yeah,
Radlands though. So I will be real. I think the best thing about this game for me is the art. Like the art on this game just gives me like Borderlands, like Mad Max, but like
this isn't even the deluxe
like,
edition.
Purple, orange, blue, like everywhere. Oh, like that's the biggest draw for me. I still think it's a good game, but I don't necessarily like. I'm not as high as everybody else.
I've played it twice. You've played it once, so it's not a game that we've.
I thought we played it at least twice.
Maybe we did, but we haven't like really dug into it much. I think it's great. I don't know if I'd put it at 2 in my own personal list. I'm not sure where I'd put it in my own personal list, but it is a great game. I think like I haven't played it in a while, but I was enamored by it when I first started playing it.
I've not played it yet, but I think Unmatched is amazing. So I don't know. I think it's.
I am surprised. I'm lower on Unmatched than others, but it would still probably make my top 10 even. Like it's still good for sure.
It made my list for sure. But,
yeah.
I would love to play this though, so I need to break it up.
Okay. Yeah, well, we've tried it multiple times and we got hung up doing other stuff. Yeah. But it's unfortunate. We have so many 2-player games we want to play, but we have 3 of us.
Yeah. I will gladly watch you guys.
I thought you were going to say, I'll gladly not come. I was like, how dare you?
I'll be referee.
No. So number 1. It's got to be.
Number 1 is the Arkham Horror LCG.
Shut up. That's your number 1.
No, it's actually.
Marvel Champions.
Okay.
No, it is Dice Throne.
Yeah, it had to be. It had to be. The game is so uber popular. Like, they just released the Krampus Santa thing on Kickstarter, and it was like, give me all the money, and it's like, really? Like,
yeah, in this economy,
I mean, it's cool in this economy.
This economy?
It's cool, but it's like, yeah, that game does numbers, and like, good for them. I want to play it more because I don't own any Dice Throne. You own the season 1, not re-rolled, and now you own Adventures.
Can I play competitive with Adventures? I've not looked into it. I think you can only play co-op.
It's just co-op. Yeah, it's just strictly co-op.
I might still keep base Dice Stone then, just for that experience of 1v1.
I think I want to get either the Marvel 4-pack that's out or a couple of the Season 2 boxes without getting the whole Season 2 battle chest. Yeah. If I have 4 characters, I think that's enough for me to play this game when I'm going to play it. And I mean, I just did the culling video and how I don't play games. Like, I don't need an entire battle chest of Dice Throne, but I do want it, and I very much enjoy it. We played the Marvel one recently. Get your butt off the camera. We played the Marvel one recently, and I played Black Panther, and I'll tell you, it was both fun and not fun all at the same time because I rolled. The game ended in 6 turns.
Yeah, that's right.
5 of the 6 turns, I rolled the same combo of dice on the first roll, which was like exciting because it was funny. But at the same time, I didn't have any decision. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good roll. I'll keep it. Like, I just rolled the dice again.
Yeah.
Roll it again. Freaking again?
Yeah.
It was just that over and over again.
I heard somebody talk about recently that they think that this game could use sort of a Yahtzee rule where if you use one thing, you have to block it off and not use that exact same thing the next turn.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That would be kind of interesting. You lose a bit of player agency there, which is the unfortunate part. Yeah. I don't know if I like it. It would be interesting, but I'm not sure how I feel about that because leaving it open at least makes it, like the player's choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have re-rolled my stuff, but I could have kept it, which I did choose to. But yeah, it was just one of those like wacky experiences. It'll never happen again. It's just it was hilarious at the time. But I really like Dice Throne. I do. I'm not surprised at all that it's the number 1 here.
Yeah. It's like such an attractive package, right? Like,
yeah.
Especially when you get the battle chest and it's just like
God, Roxley's production is just disgusting in the best way. Anyone else want to talk about Dice Throne? I feel like I've talked a lot about Dice Throne.
I mean, I feel like I talked about it fairly recently on another video, so I won't talk about it too much. But I do think this is really, really good, and I'm glad you finally taught me how to play and stuff. And I splurged on Dice Throne Adventures that I'm really excited to get into too. So
I actually just did a big trade for Dice Throne Adventure and the Season 2 box. So
nice.
Much too much now. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you have the Marvel Battle Chest, the Season 2 Battle Chest, and Adventures.
It's Dice Throne all the time. Let's go.
Woo, that's a lot of Dice Throne.
A Dice Throne tournament.
We absolutely should. We absolutely should. That'd be great.
This game you can play over like can't webcam.
Yeah, you can play it over webcam fairly easily. So. Yeah, it's not. It'd be totally fine. You can play async if you wanted. I don't recommend it necessarily. Just take a picture. Like, this is what I roll. Do the damage. Thank you guys so much for watching, and especially thanks to you in the Discord who submitted your lists. We really appreciate it. These are a very fun thing for us to do, just to see what our community thinks, roast you guys, have fun discussing the games that are on the list. And it's really unique experience that honestly we probably didn't even think we'd be able to do a year ago. For sure. So you guys are great. Thank you for submitting your lists, and please join the Discord if you want to be in there for the next one. We're just wrapping up tomorrow the newest one, which is top 10 games under $25. And then Heath will start another one. And I should clarify, I don't know when this video will come out. It could be 2 weeks from now. Tomorrow being September 1st. So September, there's going to be a new one. Or October. There'll soon be a new one. Join to submit your list. We'll see you next time. If you want to see the last one we did, where we did the top 10 games of all time? Yeah, I think so. Check out the video right in front of Kenny's face. You're Mike Wazowski today.